We are getting ready to rock and roll. We are the people with no balls, no glory. We're getting ready to make it do what it do, what it do, what it do. There we go.
All right.
Welcome, 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 everybody, to another episode of No Balls, No Glory. I'm your host, BP, aka the People's Champ. And I'm not here alone. I'm here with the sports gurus. Hey, y'all, say what's up to our listeners today.
Hey, what's up?
From Tennessee to the Lou, what it do, y'all? What's going on?
We're gonna kick everything off with my man here. My man is Mr. West Tennessee. Introduce yourself, man.
Yes, sir. Mr. West Tennessee don't need much of an introduction, man. I'm just excited to be here interacting with the public, the people tuning in and chilling with the cast. And hey, we got a lot to talk about today. Now, hey, you need to go make it do what it do. You feel?
Hey man, he just said it. We got a lot to talk about today, man. Hey, let's swing it on over to our girl, Miss Crystal Clear. Introduce yourself, Crystal Clear.
It's Crystal Clear from the Lou. I've been ready for this day, waiting for this moment all day long. We got a lot to talk about.
Oh man. And we got the best stat man in the business, man. My man Steph Philly. Say what's up to him, Steph Philly.
What's going on, party people? No balls, no glory. Bringing you all the stats, keeping everything fact, not fiction.
Oh, man. Right. As simple as that, man. How was y'all day today, man? Before we jump off into a worldwide wind of sports, man. All right. Before we get off into that, man, our man Coach, he will be joining us. He probably going to be joining us a little late. Our man Stevie B, he's gonna be joining us. The sports ghost. He's gonna probably be joining us too, either late or definitely by Thursday. So, the two veterans, the leaders, man, the old heads, man, the
OGs, triple
OGs, the sports geniuses, boy. Hey, all right. So, what y'all do today? What you do today, Crystal? You said?
I've been running around like crazy all day.
Was it that bad?
Yes.
Hey.
Well,
you look like you're kind of exhausted a little bit.
I may or may not have snapped off on a couple of transportation drivers with my dad today, but that's, we're going.
That's what's up. Crystal said she gonna take a deep breath and we're gonna do what it do. Hey man, Wes, what you do today, brother?
Yeah, man, I ain't been up to too much today. Actually, I was getting back. If I had a good weekend, I was in Texas this weekend. Matter of fact, shout out to people in Garland, Texas, Roulette, all there. Dallas. I was all up through there this weekend. I actually just got back this morning, so today I really took it light. I took a nap and started researching for the show tonight. So
Oh, you say you took it.
But I had a good weekend though. How about you guys? Did y'all have a good weekend?
Man.
Oh yeah, I had a great weekend.
Weekend was pretty good, man. Father's Day weekend, man. Shout out to all the pops out there and everything.
Oh yeah.
Hey, happy Father's Day, everybody.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the mothers that made the fathers feel special and then overlook our day. We get overlooked. I just gotta say it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I put a post out there on Just Talking to You, man, about how the fathers, how fathers get overlooked on Father's Day, and like I told them before, man. Like I said on Just Talking to You, coochie is not a Father's Day gift.
Exactly. That's an everyday gift.
Coochie ain't no Father's Day gift. So
that's an everyday gift.
Yes, that's not a Father's Day gift. If you want to try to give it on Father's Day, you need to just jump out the window backwards, man.
Exactly, man.
So
and we ain't that hard. Look, let me tell you something, BP. I went to the Opera Mills Mall down here at the Saturday before Mother's Day. Man, we couldn't even find a parking space, man. You heard? And guess what I told my friend? I bet Father's Day, the Saturday before Father's Day, we would not have a problem finding the parking space.
Empty.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't get that love like that, man. I don't understand because it is some good fathers out there, and a lot of women really love their father, or you know, grew close to their father like a lot more than their mother. You know, if he was there. But that's another subject. But at the end of the day, we just get overlooked. You know, the good ones anyway.
Man, we always get overlooked, man. But hey, it's neither here nor there. We ain't finna complain about it, man. Hey, it is. Hey, bro. It is what it is, and we just keep it moving, man. Hey, man, we gonna jump off into we got a good night of sports, man. We gonna kick it off with our College World Series recap, man. College World Series recap, man. Oh man, we had some good games over this weekend, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
On Saturday, we had NC State that beat Stanford 10-4, and Vandy 7-6 over Arizona in 12 innings, man.
Oh yeah,
wow.
Hey, shout out to the Trillville.
Hey, yesterday, Father's Day, you have Virginia knock out Tennessee 6-0, and Mississippi State over Texas, which that was a hell of a baseball game, man. I watch college baseball. I'm a baseball fanatic, man. So that was a hell of a baseball game, man. Mississippi State and Texas, man. If you know, everybody say baseball boring. A 2-1 game, that's when you know it's good baseball being played, man.
That's defense. That's deep right there.
Oh yeah,
man. You know
that's good defense.
Oh, no. Baseball get live when you get down to like the World Series and those. When you get down to the actual, that's when. And you got to be. I feel like baseball when you in the arena, you feel it. I mean, the stadium, you feel it.
Yeah. Oh, it's different when you're there. Oh yeah, it's different when you're there.
Yeah, you feel it. Like it's. I think what people say is baseball is boring. It's the amount of games and the length of the season and watching. And then sometimes a baseball game can go on for hours or for hours. Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but when it gets down to the nitty-gritty of it, it's not too many things that are more exciting in it.
Oh yeah. Hey y'all, shout out to my man Chris Storian, man. He joining us tonight. He gonna jump on and chop it up on some sports with us tonight, man. Thank you for joining us, Chris Storian, man. We hear you loud and we hear you say something.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
What's going on?
Take that damn Christopher Williams voice off. Y'all hear me?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, Christopher Williams, we hear you. Shit.
Okay.
Hey man, but yeah, June 21st, which is tonight, you got Stanford that knocked out Arizona, man. So Arizona is officially eliminated from the College World Series. And then you have Vandy. Vandy is playing NC State right now. They're at the top, they're in the bottom of 5-0-0. And the number one pitching prospect in all of college baseball is throwing tonight, Jack Leiter.
Leiter. Let's go. Oh, BP.
Hey,
Jack Dorian, what it do?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
All right, man. All right.
That's my man, Chris Dorian, man, my partner in crime.
Yes, indeed. How you doing?
So, good, brother. Good. So yeah, that's what we was talking about, man. We talked about that. We would do like college players getting paid. We're gonna segue into that, man, after this College World Series stuff, man. We're gonna segue into college players getting paid. College players getting paid, man. That's what we're talking about.
Sure. Okay.
Pull up your chats, man. Pull up your chats. If y'all don't have your chats already up, man, pull them up. Now, one thing about it, man, Supreme Court unanimously sides with former college players in dispute with NCAA about compensation. And it opens doors for NCAA to change their business model and compensate players in some form now. Crystal clear. What you think about these players getting paid, these college players getting paid?
Oh yeah, I definitely think it's a good. I definitely think it's a good idea. The universities and stuff are making way too much money off of college players. Like they are making millions upon millions off of them. Like the amount of money, the amount of money that a college football team gets just for going to a bowl game.
Yeah,
is like it's 3 million, I believe. Somewhere close to that. And then I believe there's somewhere where they get paid even for the amount of athletes they have that are doing academically well on their rosters. So they're getting paid hand over fist for these college athletes. They should be getting compensated somehow. It will help them make better decisions. You know, you won't have them because one thing about it, they're gonna figure out a way to get things done regardless. Somebody gonna figure out a way to make sure that the star athletes don't have to eat ramen noodles after the game. So they're gonna figure out a way for their parents who couldn't afford to send them to their college if they didn't have a scholarship to be able to see the game, to be in a comfortable situation, or even better yet, be in a situation where the kids are not worried about mama's house getting shot up while they're away at college.
Right. Wow.
So
I agree with all that, Ms. Crystal. I just don't agree with the hand-to-hand money transactions. I feel like they should just be more compensated, like with less worry as far as family getting to and fro, them eating well.
Right.
I mean, because I don't, I think with the money hand in hand, and all this social media, everything gonna get blew up. Every picture gonna get blew out of proportion. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But I do feel like, yes, of course, the colleges and everybody making so much money out of these guys, they should damn sure be well compensated, especially the stars and faces of their teams. Yeah. Of course, yeah.
What about you, Chris?
You're right.
Okay, the compensation I think should be very easy. I mean, I think it's obvious that they should be paid because the amount of revenue that they bring in billions. So the fact that they bring in billions, if you're going to compensate them, I don't think it's hard to come up with a scaling system. If the NBA has a cap and level system as far as rookie cap, veteran cap, and so I think the same thing. You come in, you have, it should be so much. I think give yourself 2 max players in college, you get 2. And then after that, you go on scale. Like what revenue does this person come in longer? Most are going to be one and dones anyway. But if you happen to have to stay along, those players are going to be millionaires. But the players that may make $60,000 a year while in college, how is that bad? Because you're making way more than that for the university.
Right.
So I feel like set up a pay system. You won't have to worry about it. Set up a pay and scale.
Yeah, you're right. That it's got to be a scale, because you can't just hand a whole bunch of money to 18-year-old kids and expect them to make good decisions with it. But like you said, the NBA
you see that with the NBA players that came out of high school.
Yeah.
They
figured out a paying scale. They even figured it out for the NFL. You can't just come into the NFL and demand all this guaranteed money up front. You got to figure out. You got to earn it. It's not just going to be handed to you just up front. So you don't have holdouts from rookies coming in because they holding out for that big contract. Come up with a pay scale to allow these kids to be able, because there's no doubt in anybody's mind when Jason Tatum went into the league that he was going to be a one and done. You know those players. You know exactly who they are. Heck, Ben Simmons barely went to class his freshman year in college because he knew he was one and done.
Right. Hey, we're gonna have Steph Philly chime in on this too.
Hey, so in regards to the NCAA, I think can be pretty simple. It's a lot of money coming in, hand over fist. Just visualize it like this. think of like the Rose Bowl or something like that. There's over like 60,000, 70,000 seats in there. So just think if everybody in there paid $5 or $10 for a ticket and brought a $12 beer. That's a lot of money, you know, and that's not the only game going on throughout the course of the year. That's not the
case. It's not $5, $10.
We're doing it on the low end, just being modest. So they are raking in billions every year. Like Crystal Clear talked about as far as the kickbacks, as far as making bowls for games, as far as students doing well in class. They're getting the money. So I figure set allowance that would be reasonable. It'll keep players out of trouble too. Remember, we have all these different cases in the past. Jeremiah Masali, I believe it was, up in Oregon. Maurice Claret. You got people. Look at Johnny Manziel. You know, you got people signing autographs, trying to get paid. They're saying it's illegal. You got people stealing, doing all of this stuff. That's because they don't have any money. If you give them that money, or just an allowance or something like that, like you said, at least they can put some top ramen, you know, in the cabinet, and then they don't have to participate in criminal activity. Keep the lights on, you know, to keep money in their pockets. So, and it'll also cut out some of the recruiting and, you know, the cash under the table. They know that they're going to have a little money in their pocket. They're going to get that paid regardless. You know, all these players, Zion and so on and so on, like they're getting paid money regardless. So just keep it up front, keep it honest. Break bread. So
that's it, man. Hey,
break bread.
I don't think that's going to stop, because I mean, just thinking, I was watching Gilbert Arenas, and he was doing an interview and talking about even in NBA contracts to where they have a cap and it's so much they can give these players, but it's ways around how they give this money. We can donate such and such amount of money to a charity, and they can be the beneficiary of such and such. Or I sure have this car sitting here that you might like. Like he said, one of his contracts, he signed for so many millions in 3 cars. He got to pick 3 cars from like the owners. I don't know where he had the cars at, but the cap. And so I think that's always going to happen. But these,
yeah, man, I'm telling you, man.
At the end of the day, I feel like it's just gonna do something to the integrity.
People should be compensated legally, so they don't have to do the under the table stuff.
Like,
right.
What do you mean?
I just feel like on the next level, it's just gonna do something to the integrity of the game. I can't really put it into words, but I just feel like it's gonna do something to the integrity of the game if guys start getting paid too much as a college. I mean, I know they should be compensated dearly, but you know, that's just how I feel. But you know,
hey man, we got a good comment from Shea Boogie. Shea Boogie said the kids should be paid. The teams demand so much time from the kids that they're not even able to work. So their families may not be able to help them out financially. They need to have some money for their basic living. And also, she said, isn't that part of the reason Reggie Bush lost his Heisman Trophy?
With something to do with money. Yeah.
Man, that's part of the truth, though, man. Good point, Shea Boogie. Good point, man. Hey, we're gonna segue into our next topic, man. Our next topic is Becky Hammonds. Becky Hammonds, man. She is one of the finalists. Her, Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot. There are 2 of the finalists for the Portland Trailblazer job, man.
I likes it.
Man.
Shout out to Becky Hammond, man. Pisces. We got the same birthday, actually. So I'm going to shout out Becky Hammond, and I wish her all the best luck, you know, but Chauncey Billups is good.
Hey, man, Team Pisces, I see, huh?
Yes, sir.
Hey, so what you say, Crystal? You shout out to Becky Hammond, huh?
Yeah, shout out to Becky Hammond.
Hey, man.
You know, me and Crystal, we 11 and 12. You can call us 11 and 12 because my birthday on 11, hers the 12. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, 11 and 12.
11 and 12.
11 and 12. Right before midnight, huh?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, what you think about it, Chris Story? Becky Hammond and Chauncey Bill. Who you think gonna get it, man?
It's going to be Becky Hammond. She's going to sell tickets, and she's a better story. And the way that they're going to sell it, who's the Portland Trailblazers? They're going to sell it. She's an underling of Popovich. So she's going to have that Popovich pedigree, and she'll be able to run that system. Because, I mean, a lot of assistant coaches get jobs from who the head coach was that they worked under. And she worked under Popovich, man. Like, who did Chauncey Billups work for before this? He was an excellent NBA mind on the court and court general. He's excellent. But who did he work under as a head coach?
Chauncey Billups is coaching. He was under Doc Rivers.
Right now, that's not a good selling point.
So if I'm
you just go shoot them shots, huh?
And I hate to do this to a fellow black man, but Popovich's pedigree as a coach is going to outsell Doc Rivers.
Now he under Ty Lue right now in LA. So Chauncey been around.
Also, again, I'm going to choose Ty Lue's situation over in the Clippers is not the Philly and the Clippers didn't do what they were supposed to be doing.
Hey, man, one thing about Becky Hammond, man, she is going to sell seats and she's going to spike the women interest in the game and everything. Mm-hmm. And she's going to really, really, really make some things happen, man. I'm telling you. Becky Hammond.
She got the coaching resume. She got the coaching resume.
But this is the main thing, though. This is the main thing reason why I wanted to go there. Because if she go there, Dame Dollars is coming to the Lakers, baby. Because he will not play for her. I promise you.
That's how you feel.
Why would you say he wouldn't play for her?
Man, Dame Dollars coming to the Lakers, man.
I don't know. Dame,
not playing for her?
I think Dame would.
And I'm not saying just because she's no female or nothing, but we talking about guys. I mean, you sat underneath Popovich and everything, but that's a big difference from doing like Billups been doing. Billups played in the finals MVP. So I mean, but you got to look at it like that.
Colorado too.
Hold on though, man, Hammond got a respectable resume on and off the court. On the court, she done got number retired, ring of honor, everything. You know what I'm saying? She done done her thing on the court, and she have been under Popovich off the court. So she definitely got a respectable resume from the different sects.
I think Dame will respect the pedigree. I think he will respect the pedigree.
I think he should leave anyway because of Portland is stagnant. So he need to go to LA.
Right. Yeah. If Dame leaves, this is gonna be because of that.
They're stagnant. They've been the same team for 5 years.
Yep.
And he's loyal. And
he is.
He loyal.
Hey man, anywhere go way. Becky and Chauncey, they the finalists, man. Hey, may the best person get the job, but if Becky Hammond get it,
you really couldn't ask for better two finalists. You couldn't ask for two better finalists.
There you go.
It's gonna be an African American coach or a woman. Both are needed.
So anywhere go, a minority will get the job, man.
Right.
So that's huge, man. Anywhere go, a minority will get the job, man. Hey, man, we're gonna talk about our next hot topic, man.
Woo!
Oh man, hey, my boy Carl Massip. My boy Carl Massip, man. No, I'm sorry, not Carl Massip, not him. I'm sorry. We're gonna talk about my boy Devin. We're gonna since I already brought him up, Carl Massip. We're gonna hit him. I gotta hit up Devin Booker, man. They say that guy's the next Kobe, man.
I've been talking about him all morning.
That guy is a stone cold killer.
I mean, he been there since he been in the league, but it's just really getting. I notice right now because he in his first playoff and he winning and all of that. So it's definitely magnified.
Hey man,
he beat the Lakers, bro. He beat the Lakers. Like he beat the Lakers.
Yeah,
he did.
Well, him and injury.
Hey man, injury. Hey Chris, what's wrong with you? All right, man.
His career numbers.
He did that.
his career numbers.
He was not a
not just that series,
beast.
but he been doing
college.
Is it me or
in
is
Kentucky?
Chris lagging?
He was a beast.
Chris, I think you lagging, man. Is
Am
Chris
I
lagging, y'all?
Yeah, he lagging a little bit.
Yeah.
You lagging really bad, brother. You sound like you.
Oh man, okay. I see why I'm. How I connected that part of my Wi-Fi. Is that better?
Yeah, it's a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah, you sound like you in the tunnel, brother.
Let me turn this off. My Wi-Fi connected to my phone just now. Like, what? Why would you do that,
brother? You sound like you was in a tunnel, man.
Hey, I pay way too much for my Wi-Fi speed for it to connect to my phone.
Right, sound like you mixing and stuff. But hey, man, this cat, man, Booker, man, and the crazy thing about it, if you guys remember Booker, man, when he was at the University of Kentucky, he was coming off the bench. He didn't even start.
Yeah,
he didn't even start. He can't. He was
still was double. He come in and kill.
Yes,
Kentucky's my favorite team. Like he come in, he came in.
He's been playing with a chip on his shoulder since he was in Kentucky.
Exactly.
Man, ever since he was in Kentucky, man. 24 years old, 13th pick in the 2015 draft, right out of Kentucky as a six man.
As a six man, bro.
13 overall. Yeah. Hey, if you sit back and you think, look at where Kobe Bean Bryant was drafted at too.
He was only 17 though.
Yeah.
Hey, but but what's the name? Booker 24 now.
Yeah.
Booker got drafted out of high school. He was around he out of college. He was 19 or 20.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was Booker was 19. I mean, Booker was 19 coming out.
They got to put in that year, but at the time, and the stipulation on high school, is it on high school players at the time?
Yeah,
it wasn't. And then it took another couple of years. It was like, okay, that's enough because it got out of hand.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Booker is a stone cold killer, man. I would, if he don't want to renew that contract with Phoenix, we would welcome him with open arms. Hey, the selling point to that, hey, this would be your city, man.
Oh yeah, it definitely would.
What'd you say? Get him where?
LA. That'll be his city.
Booker in LA.
Yes.
He want everybody in LA, man.
I would love it, but it ain't gonna happen, man.
Hey, I gotta tell y'all something. My man Chris Dorian is a Laker fan too, to the heart.
I am. Since Anthony Peeler was a point guard, that's how it was.
No.
I was still cheering for the Lakers.
Oh my God, man!
They lost. Magic had Anthony Peeler on the team, and I still cheered.
He said Anthony Peeler. Hey man, hey man, but shout out to Devin Booker. Keep doing what you're doing, young man.
Booker was an assassin yesterday.
Hey, he a big Lamar Jackson fan too, so I think he part of the Raven flock slick. But
who is that? Book. Oh yeah. Hey man, and I'm only gonna bring this up because my man Chris Dorian on the show. Carl Massey. Chris Dorian is a huge Raiders fan. Mm-hmm. Huge Raiders fan. But Carl Massey came out today and admitted, man, he's the first active NFL player to announce that he's gay. That's big, man. That's big. And you put all that other stuff aside, man. Look,
I don't think it's big. I don't know, it's just me. I don't think it's big. It's like, okay.
Hey,
but you got I don't care about who you have sex with.
Hey, but you gotta look, you gotta sit back and look at Michael Sam, man, who was drafted by the Rams in 2014.
I didn't care
either. Hey man,
me neither.
He was cut.
That
he didn't get a chance to play.
Like, oh, he gay, huh? He was cut because he wasn't no good. That's why he was cut.
Michael Sam was a Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year.
In college, he didn't do well in the league.
Man, he was.
This is how you know you're not. You know you're not good when it comes to the NFL draft. If the cameras set up living room, if you're not in the facility, this is pre-COVID. This is pre-COVID. If you're not in the building, if they didn't invite you to the building, and the only reason why cameras was in your home was because you came out and said you was gay, you wasn't gonna be that. You wasn't expected to be that great anyway.
That was It's the only reason why we knew who he was. The only reason. I know he was coming out of Mizzou and all that. Only reason.
Man.
But sexual preference.
Hey man, but that may be true, man. But hey, like I say, he was Defensive Player of the Year in the Big 12, man. He led the Big 12 and the nation in sacks. So he had an amazing year, man. But
you remember his combine? Do you remember watching the combine with him in it? Didn't do well, bro.
What, at the combine?
He didn't do well.
Yeah. But see, now you transition over to Carl Nassib. Carl, man, killed it last year. Sacks and everything, man. Mm-hmm. I think he waited until he was proven because he saw that Michael Sam was blackballed, man. Ain't nobody.
I mean, he's not the only one. That's the crazy.
He's most definitely not.
He's not.
I mean, you have to look at the averages.
It's just that everybody's scared to come out and say who they are. I mean, if that's who you are and that's your truth, that's your truth. But he waited until it's like, okay.
That's crazy.
You ain't never gonna have to argue about having sex with the same person. Do what you do.
I mean, trust me, every team he's played on probably since college, and then especially in the pros, they already know. His teammates already know.
Mm-hmm.
The only time it was ever a problem probably was in high school, and maybe like if he played when he was little you couldn't say anything then.
Right.
After that, once he went pro, it's so many different people with so many that are dealing with so many different things and how they feel and everything. No, all professional athletes, Kurt, is, are you gonna have my back on that field? That's all his teammates care about is, are you gonna have my back on the field? Are you gonna cover?
When we go to war, you go be there with me.
I know one thing. He playing on. They played on Ravens on the first game, and we don't care about none of that. You ain't got no Ravens jersey, you a victim. You know what I'm talking about? That's just what it is.
Hey, tell them again, West Tennessee. Hey, you ain't with us, you against us.
You ain't got no black and purple, man.
Hey, West Tennessee. Tell them what's the only bank open on Sunday, man.
Hey, the only bank open on Sunday, man. M&T. You already know what to do.
We're the only one that's open on Sunday.
Like nobody that has a job outside, I'm never going to think somebody's sexual preference is going to be a big deal to me. Like it's just not, because that's their personal business. Doesn't stop them from doing their job. He go to work, right?
Hey man,
I can't be bothered. It doesn't bother me at all because it doesn't affect me. I mean, it just doesn't affect me. Like even my friends that are gay, like we kick it, but what they do with somebody else doesn't affect me.
Because what they do at the end of the night, what's your preference at the end of the night is your preference. It don't matter.
It is.
Man, woman, dog, cat. I don't care what it is. That's not my business. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's not anybody
unless it's little kids, I don't care.
Exactly.
Right.
Man, that's a true statement, man. Hey,
there we go.
Hey man, whatever it is, Carl Nassib, hey, shout out to you. Keep on doing your thing at the DN, bro, because you're a beast over there, man. Hey, we're going to talk about these Mavs, man. The Dallas Mavericks and all these off-season moves in the Mavs front office, man. Oh, my God. Donnie Nelson, man. Hey, he was the one that helped get them towards that championship. Donnie Nelson leaves. Rick Carlisle steps down as head coach.
I thought Rick Carlisle was
hired as a special advisor to help with the GM and coach. Hey, that shows you how much what's the name of love Dirk Nowitzki, man. Mark Cuban. He hired him as a special advisor to help with the GM and the coach search. Me personally, you gotta include Mr. Luka. You gotta have Luka in that search too, man. Luka gotta be helping pick out that person.
Luka's a little young and hot-head, bro. He's a little immature, but like but he about to get Porzingis up out of there, bro. Like he don't mess with Porzingis at all. Do y'all cuss on here? I don't want to say that.
Yes, you could. Hey, we say what we want to say,
man.
He
was like he don't fuck with Porzingis. He don't even give him handshakes after a good play.
I think Tim Hardaway his boy though. I think Tim Hardaway his boy.
Yeah, they cool. They they doing the funny handshakes they do now in the thing, but you do not mess with Porzingis.
Hey, and Luka up for a max deal next year, man. He up for a max extension next year, man.
And Porzingis gone. Like, you want me to sign? He up out of here.
I don't know about that, man.
I don't know about that too, man. I mean, he might not like Porzingis, but Porzingis is the big part of why they at. Why they at?
Brittle. He's too brittle, bro. He stay on the court.
That he is, but it's a brittle league. It's a soft league.
Anthony Davis is amazing but brittle.
Amazing but flimsy. Porzingis, if he was as big a part as he needed to be, we would not be watching the Clippers play right now.
Right.
Because that's all Luka needed was somebody else to come along for the ride.
He had no help.
None.
Well, him and Hardaway.
They showed up. They showed up consistently for what, 2 games?
Porzingis, I watched one time. I'm looking at this 7'4", 7'5" man. Watch a rebound hit the hardwood, bro. A rebound. And when I was in grade school, we wasn't allowed to let a rebound hit the floor. Like, no,
right.
How did that happen?
Huh?
What you say, Chris?
This dude didn't even try for that rebound just now. Just the ball fell in front of him, and somebody else came and got it. On the other team, like, this is an offensive rebound that you let hit the floor. Like, I would have been bothered.
I mean, I don't understand it. They had the Clippers exactly where they wanted them, almost. And what did everybody say last year in the bubble? If Porzingis didn't get hurt, they would have beat the Clippers because they took them to 6 in the bubble. If Porzingis don't get hurt, because didn't he get ejected in that first game?
Yep.
And they were up. They lost the first game. So now you got Porzingis, quote unquote, healthy. You got him, quote unquote, healthy, and he doesn't show up when you need him to.
That ain't good.
That's sad, man. Hey, Steph Philly, chime in on this one, brother.
Hey, with Porzingis, I'll quote Brian Urlacher when they asked him about Jay Cutler. How good is he? And he said he's elite in pay. That's the same thing with Porzingis. Porzingis is elite in pay. He did his thing in New York, but, to be honest with you, anybody could have probably done their thing in New York, a high draft pick with some type of skills, and you have nobody around you. You can be an all-star, average whatever amount of points, whatever. But
insanity.
When exactly, prime example, So, and then it's New York too. So you're going to get that publicity because they want New York and LA to win no matter what, whether they doing good, whether they suck, they want them to win regardless. But Porzingis is exposed. He is not who we thought he was. All that, the unicorn, all of that shit. Like, he is not that. He is not that. So they need to get rid of him. The minute they can get a good wing or a big man that can complement. I mean, if somebody will take Porzingis, because his value.
Nobody don't want him.
Yeah, and we'll talk about somebody else's value, Ben Simmons, a little bit later. But his value is not there anymore. People know what he's about, and he should be a perfect complement to Luka on paper, but it's just not there. It's just not there, man. I see him on guys 6 feet tall, not dominating in the post. Just they got to get him out of there. They're going to do whatever they need to do this offseason, and Luka will be involved. He will be involved. They're going to get a coach.
They got to.
They're
going to pay him that money. They're going to get a coach, that can lead, and they're going to get Porzingis the hell up out of there, and they'll be better.
He might end up in Houston somewhere.
Man,
that's possible. That's possible.
That is, hey, man.
Anything's possible. Look, if I'm John Wall, I'm screaming. Look, take me to Dallas. Please get me out of here.
Hey, man. Houston is like the
Simmons
cemetery
there too.
Hey, man, and funny that you say that. We're going to segue right into our next one, man. Ben Simmons' performance last night, man.
I've been loving not talking about this dude all morning.
Man, this cat Oh my God. And he in line for a max contract too, man.
That ain't gonna happen.
He go get max money.
Yeah,
you know what? I would put him at the 3-point line by himself in the stadium and say, how many jump shots you make is the 10 of the millions you must get. You get 10 shots. We want to go for $100 million contract. However many you make is how many millions your contract is.
And let him shoot 100 free throws. Boy, you lousy bastard. How you gonna do that man like
that? You cannot be the primary ball handler. You the decision maker, and you can't hit free throws. You can't. I mean, let's be real. Everybody talked about
LeBron
Green. What did Charles Barkley call him? Mr. Triple Single. Well, Mr. Triple Single will take a jump shot. Mr. Triple Single, if you put him at the free throw line in a clutch situation, is gonna knock down some free throws, and he will hit an open three. It's not at a high clip, but it is enough to where you're not worried about Draymond Green having the ball in his hand late in the game, and teams are not going to play hack a Draymond. They're not going to hack Draymond and send him to the free throw line.
Right.
But Ben Simmons has the ball in his hands too much to not be able to shoot a free throw. Anytime you pass up a wide open dunk because you feel Gallinari on your backside and you're afraid that you're gonna get fouled. First of all, you're supposed to just go up anyway. He's too big and too strong.
That should have been dunked on everybody. I should have on people's head.
Hey man, and that you said the key thing, Crystal. He should have just. Hey, he's 34% from the free throw line in the playoffs, man. Worst percentage all time in 70 attempts, man. We talk about even Shaq. We talk about Shaq.
Right.
Shaq hit better.
Shaq hit it half the time,
man. And he the former number one overall pick, and he a 3-time All-Star. So let me ask y'all this question: do y'all consider Ben Simmons the B word, the bus?
I don't consider him a bust. I consider the front office not doing their job, not knowing it, not putting know your personnel. Like, why don't you know that this man he's never been a great free throw shooter, he's never been a jump shooter. So why is it that why is he the point? Why did y'all make him the point guard? Why don't you have a legit guy at point? Heck, George Hill's on the team.
No, this is my thing. Why would you make him point guard without having some kind of system set up or some kind of strategy set up to get him better as far as his shooting?
That's what I was just about to say, bro.
Every year, from year to year, with all of these, with all these resources, and you're not getting better at what you're the worst at. I just don't understand that, especially when you're a player that we building around. I don't understand how they ain't
right.
Happen. Like, I don't understand that.
I don't care if he never shoots a 3-pointer. I don't care if he never. Was it Sean Livingston? You could not pay Sean Livingston to take anything outside of a mid-range jump shot.
He can shoot
because that was his game.
Don't do Sean like that. Sean can shoot.
No, but I'm not. But he can shoot.
He can shoot.
But because he knew his strength,
he knew his role.
Only reason Chris talking that shit is because him and Sean Livingston
don't do partners and
like
stuff.
That. That's his partner.
His dad was my coach.
I love
Sean.
I love the fact that Sean know because a 3 ain't his strong suit, but he's still gonna take his shot.
Right.
But Ben Simmons, just because you don't, it ain't gotta be a 3. If you got, you won't take a jumper. He passed up a dunk at 6'10" for fear of getting fouled. I mean, at the beginning of his career, everybody's calling him a baby LeBron. He's coming down court full speed. Not too many people gonna challenge Ben Simmons.
He's LeBron in that situation. He's LeBron-ish.
Right, you're not gonna challenge him at the rim. LeBron
gets
you 60% though.
Yeah, he's better. Yeah, but he's not.
He ain't gonna pass up a wide open dunk.
But one thing,
Howard would have dunked it.
One thing I learned though, y'all know Ben Simmons is already signed through 2025, and he on the $177 million max extension. He in the second year of that extension, man.
I got a couple things about Ben Simmons though.
Hey, moolah, baby.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Earlier today, that I don't think is necessarily a bad deal. When they say CJ McCollum for Ben Simmons, because both teams would get exactly what they need. Because let's be real, Portland, it sucks at defense, so they can't hold the lead for nothing. Ben Simmons defense,
right?
That on lock, and you got Dame that can handle the point. So,
yeah,
he won't have to worry about having the ball in his hands and running the point. And then CJ can go east, and they need a shooter.
Yeah,
they need some legit scoring outside.
He has ability that he can get it out to Dame. Like he has his driving and court vision is excellent. That's why he's the point, because he has handles. He's 6'10", which is crazy, and he's fast for 6'10". He can go past, just blow past people, and he can pass it when he gets submerged on. So if Dame Lillard has that, like that will actually is an excellent trade. McCullough,
that may work out, man.
Because I think at this point, I think it's mental in Simmons' head about he needs to get somewhere where he can get a fresh start, where he can get out of his own head.
Hey man, I gotta let my man Steph Philly chime in on this one, man, because he been waiting on this one.
Yeah,
Steph
I got
Philly.
one thing to say about it when he done.
Steph Philly, tell me what you think, brother.
Ben Simmons, man, I like the McCollum Simmons trade. I like that.
Do you think he's stealing? Do you think Ben Simmons is stealing Steph Philly?
What you mean, stealing his money? I mean, they let him steal. If they let him sit at LSU, get drafted number 1, because this the irony too. Philly, they drafted another guy. What's his name? Marquez Fulton or whatnot.
Marquez Fultz.
Marquez Fultz.
And he had the shoulder injury, but he couldn't really shoot. They got him up out of there ASAP. You know what I mean? And they could have got Tatum that draft, but we're not gonna stay on that too long. But anyway, they got this guy. Shit, he can't shoot either. But he's right. He can play defense and stuff. Okay, that's cool. My thing is you have to work on your jump shot. Okay, you have to at least have a respectable 15-foot jumper. Like Crystal Clear said, we don't care about the threes. You don't have to be Steph Curry pulling up from half court. But when people are playing off on you and you can't shoot, you really working for the other team. It's really 6-on-4 when you're doing that type of shit, so you have to work on your game. And I'm talking about not having a jumper. We've seen it on the playground before, to where somebody can't shoot. They're out there dribbling, doing all this bullshit, and you just let them do it till they get tired because they can't shoot their rock. They have to come to the hole, So it's just he's got to work on his game. He's a pro. He's making too much money. You don't have to work on no dunks or any of that crap. Just work on your shooting. That's it, and he'll be fine. If he works on his game, but that's on Doc now too. It was on Brent Brown before, didn't develop him, but Doc has got to make sure he's on his ass this summer.
Yep.
I got one more person that needs to help him out. He's signed to Clutch Sports. If you don't get your butt out to LA and work with LeBron on getting some post moves or something, come on now. It's in Clutch Sports best. It's in their best interest for Ben Simmons to be productive, to be able to get the paycheck. So get that man out there and get him developed.
This is my thing about about the NBA. It's jobs. These are these people's jobs. Now, when you're in management and you have an employee that, even if it's a strong employee, you look at their weak points, you come up with a performance action plan, and then you say what can improve in stages, and we have starts. Now, he came in as a rookie and was he's actually the same player. But when
he really is exact same player.
He was driving in. He's able to score. He's able to pass. He's doing all these amazing things, but he can't shoot a jumper. I've never seen somebody as the point guard come up to the three-point line, and the entire team goes back into the paint and lets this man have 8 feet of space in front of him, and nobody goes up to shoot it then. Shoot it then. Like, so if you have this
in a million years,
yeah, why would you not set this person a plan and assign him a coach to make this man's jumper improve because it's going to benefit you?
Exactly.
Or like you said, Clutch should do it because it's going to benefit them. Someone should have had this man on some type of performance action plan to get him going to where he can improve this jump shot. Alonzo Ball can shoot better. Alonzo Ball has a 3-point shot now.
Man. You want to know what? I mean, granted, he's the greatest, probably the greatest shooter ever. But you want to know why Steph Curry's shot is the way it is?
Practice.
Shot is the way it is because not just practice. When he was little, we all seen how little Steph Curry is. And he playing basketball. His father noticed early on that he was the smallest man on the court. So he constructed his shot to be able to get it off against any defender, no matter the size. So that's you gotta be able to work on your stuff. That's how he became the greatest shooter ever. Because his daddy, that's why he got
some type of natural talent too. Because his dad, they said he was at 9 years old beating NBA players in horse.
Hey man, hey,
that's why it is. You got to be able to go in the lab, do what you gotta do, work on it. You don't become
a jumper though. Like he would be.
Hey, but you know what though?
You do with him.
Hey,
if he had a jumper.
It all goes down to skill. What we call in the corporate world, you got to have either a skill or will. It's either you got the skill versus will. And he has the skills. We know he's a good talent, but his willingness to work and get better is left up to Ben Simmons, man. Hey, we're going to swing it on over to our NBA playoff recap, man. Hey, if you guys watched the playoffs yesterday, Ben them went and Joel went home. I saw a different look in Joel's eyes last night compared to
that same look he's been having for the past few years.
It wasn't that look like when Kawhi hit that game-winning shot on him.
It's that same look.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not.
It was a little different. It was a little different.
Joel had that look like, hey, we finna do some changing. And Joel is gonna be the main one to help push Ben up out of there. 76ers eliminated by the Hawks in 7 games, man. Nets
should have been over in 5.
The Nets eliminated the Bucks in 7 games. Jazz eliminated the Clippers in 6 games.
I know who's not enjoying this, right?
Who is that?
The NBA. They're gonna be so mad. Brooklyn is gone. Lakers gone. Clippers about to be gone. Like
yeah.
Hey,
they're gonna forfeit them. They're done.
Hey, the Suns game 1, Devin Booker, 40 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists, man. That's nasty.
Atlanta versus Phoenix in the NBA Finals. Who's gonna watch it on TV, bro?
that boy Devin Booker, silent assassin, man. He ain't gonna say too much, but man,
him and that dang Trae Young. They different.
Man.
Hey, I blame Steph Curry. I blame Steph Curry. Trae Young. That's Steph Curry's fault. He did all this.
Hey, man. But you know what, though? I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to play devil's advocate, man. Hey, you want me to tell you who kind of disappoints me? Is Seth Curry.
Why? He was amazing. He played well.
Yeah. Seth did his job.
He did his job.
I think Seth should, I guess by him, Steph being his brother, you would think that he would probably be, I would say a little bit more.
He's one of the top 5 3-point shooters in the league, bro.
Yeah. He ain't better than Steph now. Don't get it twisted. He ain't better than Steph, but he's
better than Mo. He better than 90.
He shoots a better percentage than his big brother, but
he don't shoot more than his big brother.
But Steph did his thing. Look, Steph, the Philadelphia 76ers wasted what he had the other night. Was it 38?
Exactly.
He dropped 38 and they blew the game. Seth was the second. Seth was the second best player in the series.
Exactly. These losses ain't got nothing to do with Steph. It's all about Ben, man. Ben
Simmons. So let me ask y'all this: Do y'all think Philly got their point guard in Seth Curry? Their point guard of the future?
He's not a point guard.
Or their two guard. Do you think they got their two guard of the future in Seth Curry?
Yeah, he was a good solid role player. He's a good set shooter.
Like you say, it's all about his willingness and development. I can see he's been in the league for what, 3-4 for a while.
4 years, around 4 years.
And he's been the same since the first year. I don't see no will for development in him. So I just feel like he's way into where he's at. You know, he'll never be a one until you develop yourself.
But Steph went to Duke, went to the G League. He worked his way into this. He had to improve. He had to put in extra work. And one thing we know for sure, if there's anything lacking in his game, he know who to call.
Yeah.
And he go put, and that's a competitive family. He gonna put in some work.
He's way better than when he was 3 years ago. Like, he is not the player he was. That's another example. He's not the player he was 3 years ago. And then you go back to Ben Simmons. There's been no change in game.
None.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of coaches that feel the same way Coach Wilson do, man. Coach Wilson said, if you're a point guard for him and you cannot make a 12-foot open jump shot or a free throw, you will not be handling the ball.
You're a liability because the people back off.
That's what Coach say.
Exactly.
And
so
one thing ain't nobody backing off himself.
Hey, man.
Exactly.
Hey, and one more thing, Hawks kick off with the Bucks tomorrow night. Giannis now went from Giannis now went from playing on the road, opening up until now. They host the Western Conference Finals, man. Them fans up in Milwaukee go ballistic tomorrow night.
I honestly think the Bucks gonna win that in like 6. I honestly think that the Hawks, to be completely honest, the Philadelphia 76ers made the Hawks look way better than
overperforming.
Yeah, they made them look way better than they actually were.
This right here should get Nate McMillan the just due respect and the money he deserved, man, because Nate McMillan got this team playing to that level. And and to be honest with you, they're a couple pieces away, man. They're a couple pieces away, man.
That's why I was arguing for him being coach of the year, man, because I'm telling you, he's a good coach. And then you know this for you.
What's up, Crystal? What's your question?
About the other team that was eliminated Saturday night. Can we now admit that James Harden trade away the whole entire team for him was a complete utter disaster? When your bench produces 1 rebound and 1 assist.
In a whole
Their team is already not fair, but
that's crazy.
They have Dinwiddie, Kyrie. It's just way too much. Joe Harris, it's too much on Brooklyn. They should not have lost. But Philly messed up because they were supposed to trade James Harden for Simmons, and Philly did not want to let Simmons go. They would be in a different space. Imagine Harden and Joe Embiid.
That's pick and roll city. Man.
I mean that would have been a better thing. And I'm with
that's pick and roll city all day. Yeah. Hey man,
they tripped on that one. They didn't do that.
Philly messed up on that trade, man. Hey, we're gonna segue since we talked about the NBA and everything. We talked about my man Seth and Steph. Hey, we're doing. Hey, y'all know this is our time of the night. We talk about the Mount Rushmore of man. Tonight's Mount Rushmore is the Mount Rushmore of NBA shooters.
Oh, I love this one.
The Mount.
I got mine right now. I think we're just popped in my head.
Hey, the Mount Rushmore NBA shooters. Hey, if you're online right now, looking at us right now, hey, type in the comments, man. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of NBA shooters? Hey, Chris Dorian is our guest tonight. Hey, who's on your Mount Rushmore shooters, Chris?
Steph Curry, easy one. Okay. 2, the original Steph Curry, Mr. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf is my number 2.
Okay.
Chris Jackson, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, he's my number 2. He's just in a different era. If he played now, where you can just shoot threes like you feel like shooting them, dude would have been legendary. And the fact that he was an activist that got him, blackballed, that was different too. But that's my number 2. And 3, Drazen Petrovic, Mr. I Kill Michael Jordan. That's my number 3. And then a toss-up be between either I would say Reggie Miller. I'll say Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller. Okay. I like that. Hey, what about you, Mr.
That could be Ray Allen too. Ray Allen or Reggie Miller.
Well, West Tennessee, what's your forward, man?
Oh yeah, I got Stephen Curry for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And Ray Allen, he was the first shooter that just left an imprint on my brain when he did that to the Knicks in them short amount of seconds. What he did, so that was just crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Shuttlesworth, huh?
Oh man. Then at the same time telling Spike to sit his ass down and choking and all that. But Glenn Rice. I like the Glenn Rice. Glenn Rice was a guy, man. I used to love to see shoot the ball, man. As a kid, man. You know, he was just an exciting player, and he always had a high percentage in shooting. So and Ray Allen, Ray Allen, that's my boy, man. That's my guy there, man. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta.
So Ray Allen. So you said Ray Allen, Steph Curry, Glenn Rice. That's three. Who's your left?
Yeah, Reggie Miller. He meant Reggie Miller.
Yeah, you were Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller. That's your four. Okay. Yeah. That's what's up, Wes. Hey, what about you, Crystal Clear? What's your top four?
Okay, so I got Reggie Miller. I got Abdul.
Mahmoud Abdul-Rahman.
Man, I used to love him, man.
I got to see him play in the Big Three because I was covering the Big Three for a little while. I covered the game in Chicago, and I'm like, dude. I mean, the jumper was still wet.
All gray hair from the 4-point line. He just
was just wet.
Hey, man, y'all didn't see him, man, but I saw him when he was at LSU when he was originally Chris Jackson. Before he changed his game.
Shaq was coming off the bench.
No. Shaq started. It was Shaq.
Shaq was the first. He wasn't even killing like that.
Stanley Robinson was the center. Shaq was the power forward. Clarence Caesar was the swing. Mahmoud Abdul-Rahman was the point guard.
He was the star.
Hey,
35 a game. So wasn't he doing he was hitting 30, scoring 50? Did he score 50?
Man, he's putting up crazy numbers.
It was crazy.
Man. Crazy. Best shooter, best college shooter ever, man.
And of course,
okay, that's two, Crystal.
My number one goes without saying.
I know your baby.
Steph.
That's your baby. I know.
That's Steph. Then I got my fourth one is his running mate, Clay. Anybody that can score 37 points in a quarter and 60 points and only dribble the ball 11 times in 3 quarters. But I think the most impressive part of that 37-point quarter that Clay had was when they put a show up called 4 quarters, and I watched it. When you get to the 4 minute and 50 seconds of that quarter, he only had 20 points.
Wow.
I think he scored. No, it wasn't even 20. He scored 21 points in 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
Wow.
It wasn't even the fact that he threw 37 in a quarter. That's the same thing with Steph Curry. When he scored 28 in a quarter. It wasn't that he scored 28. It was that he scored 21 in 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It's like at a blink of an eye, you think that the game is within reach, and those two guys could send you into a 20-point deficit before somebody comes back from the stands with popcorn.
Those two guys together, I'm gonna be honest.
It's not even
those two guys together, I was always more worried about. I call them the light-skinned twins. That was my name for them. You know what I'm saying?
Light-skinned twins.
So I was more worried about when Steph and Cub played. I wasn't even worried about Steph because I know how fast Clay can score. Like when Clay hit one,
Clay can bang them out so quick.
What's crazy is they asked a while back I think in like 2016. So who did he think had the Mamba mentality that's playing right now? He said a lot of people would think I'm gonna say Russ, but it's Clay and Steph. Because do not let the smooth taste fool you. They will gut you like a fish.
And laugh.
They are complete assassins when it comes to
hilarious. They like jokers. They like the Joker on Batman, like they kill and cut people open, but smiling the whole time they do it. Like they're just.
And I'm gonna tell you what made Clay so dangerous. He would do that while guarding your best player on your team.
He's my dream Laker pickup. You know that? Like if I got to pick what player joined the Lakers, it would be Klay Thompson. I've been saying that for a few years. He's like as soon as AD came,
I would have loved to have Klay because
AD, Klay, LeBron would be unstoppable because it's three different styles of play that you have to guard in each different way.
I'm talking about his dad,
and they play defense. All three of them.
But his dad, Michael Thompson, was one of the
Lakers. He was a Laker. Come on,
Lakers. So hey, come on back to the crib, man.
And I've been saying since Kevin Durant left, and then all of a sudden he picks up Harden, and he picks up, you got Kyrie, that you're trying to recreate the Warriors, and bro, you don't got the same two scores. Like they don't need the ball. They can kill you with like Klay really dribbled the ball 11 times, and it's more dangerous without the ball.
Without the ball than with the ball.
Than he is with the ball, and he's dangerous with the ball.
And like, Steph got handles, and they would just run around screens. You're going to forget where they at some point. Exactly. And then they shoot it that fast,
and that's when they'll put that dag on you,
which is crazy.
Steph Philly.
Watch the game, and Klay had 25, and you didn't even realize when it happened.
Right. Steph Philly. You got to give me your top 4 shooters, Steph Philly.
All right. I get an honorable mention to Reggie Miller, but he's not on my list. But I got to give him his props, though. He used to light New York up, used to do his thing. Yeah. So on my Mount Rushmore, I got to do Jesus Shuttlesworth, Ray Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Smooth, just smooth rhythm. Any kids out there trying to learn how to shoot, please watch videos of this man. Just surgical with it. So Ray Allen. Then we're going to swing to the big man. Shout out to Dirk Nowitzki. That's going to be my number 3. Again, 7-footer. Just with the range, man. Just, really didn't invent the stretch 4, but really just kind of took it to another level, And then we're going to switch to another almost 7-footer, which to me is the black version of Dirk Nowitzki. We're talking about Kevin Durant. Long wingspan, just got done doing his thing over Milwaukee.
The Slim Reaper, man.
The Slim Reaper, just a ferocious scorer. Will hit from anywhere. Anywhere. Former MVP. So got to give it to KD. I like Klay Thompson. But I got to put his teammate Steph number 1. It's without a doubt. Anytime you got people on this list, Kevin Durant, Dirk and Ray Allen and Reggie Millers and stuff like that, when they're telling you that Steph is the best, I don't think this really up for debate. So,
hey man, I got to.
Y'all realize that Steph can pass Ray Allen first, depending on how he comes out the gate, because the man hit 96 threes in a month. He needs 141.
He's gonna do that in the season. Whatever next season is, he's gonna do that.
He got the potential to do that in the first 2 months of the season. If you come out hot.
Hey man, hey. My top 4 shooters is that little light-skinned babyface assassin, man. That cat, the babyface assassin is a killer, man. He one of my top 4. My second one, top shooter of all times. Hey, got to give it to Jesus Shuttlesworth. He got game, man. Now, my third one is going to really surprise you guys. I don't even know if you guys even remember him, but a guy by the name of Mr. Dale Ellis, man, who used to play with the Seattle Supersonics, man. Dale Ellis. Hey, Dale Ellis was a shooter before shooters got there. Hey,
at that time, my favorite 2 shooters is Dale Ellis and Dale Curry.
Dale Ellis was a daddy. Shooter.
It was like he was my favorite.
Papa Curry is on my honorable mention, man. Hey, but that 4th person, man. Hey, I love Dale Ellis, and I got another honorable mention, man. Guy by the name, this is honorable mention. This ain't my 4th one, but my honorable mention is a guy by the name of Chuck Persons. They call Chuck Person the rifleman, Chuck Persons. Hey, you talking about a shooter? Chuck Person was around 6'9", 6'10". Hey, he can fill it up. Hey,
and with dunk on your head.
Hey, man, they ain't call him the rifleman for no reason. He put it out there, man. Hey, oh man, this one's a real tough one, man. This was a real tough one, man. But hey, oh man. I gotta retract. Steph, Ray Allen, Dale Ellis,
Rifleman.
The Rifleman, my honorable mention. But my fourth shooter of all times, the man from French Lick, Indiana, man, Larry Joe Bird, man. Larry Bird is a killer. Larry Bird, Larry Bird is one of the best shooters ever. I don't give a damn what you say. He is one of the best shooters ever. That man from French Lick, Indiana. Hey, he is.
What did he say going into the 3-point shooting contest?
One of y'all want second place.
Hey, which one of y'all shoot for second place? Larry Bird is probably Steph, Ray Allen, Dale Ellis, and Larry Bird. Larry Bird and KD was. I can swap Dale Ellis and KD out, but Dale Ellis was his percentage is so good though, man. And he won several 3-point. Hey, Dale Ellis.
Drazen Petrovic, y'all not giving my man no love. Like he just do what he used to do to Jordan before he died.
Hey man,
Jordan bought him.
Hey man.
Oh yeah, he was
Larry Bird. But Larry Bird.
We used to hoop when I was a kid. We used to go in the court and I'll keep like Kobe. We used to like Drazen Petrovic. We used to say it on the court. That's what we did. We was like,
hey man, like I say, Larry Bird, man. I used to hate Larry Bird, man. Every time they played the Lakers, man, I used to hate Larry Bird, man. But man, I didn't really appreciate that dude, man, until I got older. Man, you talk about he was the original, he was one of the top marksmen in the NBA, man. You could not leave Larry Bird open for a second, man. It's lights out. And when the Lakers played them in Boston, when game 6, no, it was game what was it? It was game 5. And we were tied up 2-2. And it was like the last seconds of the game, man. Somebody messed up and left Larry Bird open. He got the ball. He came up and pulled. I said, oh, shit, man. We down 3-2 going back to L.A. Man, if you heard Pat Riley talk about that, Pat Riley say, I don't know how he got away from Cooper. I think Michael Cooper was checking. I don't know how he got away from Cooper. He say, but man, he said he got it. He rose up, and Pat Riley said that thing was straight as an arrow. He said, I knew we were down 3-2 going back home and everything. And he missed that shot, man. It hit and came off long, man. Larry Bird don't miss those shots, man. The man from French Lick don't miss those shots. And when he first got started, when he had some Daisy Dukes on in the league, oh, man, you couldn't touch him, man. You couldn't touch him, man. But hey, those
before let me get honorable mentions, man, to Paige Stojakovic, man. That was one of my favorite shooters. And
Paige is good.
Is a good shooter.
Who else you say, Wes?
Kyle Korver.
He's
been to a lot of teams, but he been consistent everywhere he been, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. I could say what's the name was an honorable mention too, man. People really sleep on his shooting ability, man. Isaiah Thomas was a hell of a shooter too, man.
Isaiah can do everything, man.
Hey, Zeke could shoot, man. Zeke could shoot. Joe D could shoot. Craig Hodges can shoot.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we talking about some bona fide shooters now. Yeah. That these guys are good. They and any other thing, they could have been on the Mount Rushmore, man. They definitely top 10 material.
BP, we need a Mount Rushmore game finishing shots. Game shot finish.
Hey, since we into the NBA playoffs, man, that will be our probably topic Thursday. The Mount Rushmore of dagger shots.
I will send y'all my list.
No, keep the secret, brother. Spring it on us. We want to.
She may not be there Thursday, man. But Crystal, I may have to text you. You may have to dip away and go run in the bathroom and join. You may have to run in the bathroom and join us because I know you got some good dagger shots.
Right.
That's a crazy stat.
Crystal ain't gonna. Oh, that's why you say you gonna text it. Okay.
Hey, that's crazy though. Vince Carter is number 6 in all-time 3-pointers made, man.
Oh yeah, see that's a man transition.
That's a crazy number, man.
As he got older,
what about that?
A better shooter.
The craziest about that number is when you look at the number of games that it took them to get there versus the number of games it's taking Steph Curry to get there. That's the crazy part about it. It's like number of games.
That is crazy, man.
You know, Steph Curry past 3 years has made over 300 3-pointers. 337 was his lowest in the past 3 years. 337 threes.
That's crazy.
And that's your lowest in the past 3 years?
No, the crazy part, remember his unanimous MVP season?
400.
Not only was he the unanimous MVP, but he was part of the 50-40-90 club. So he hit 402 threes, shooting 40+% from three.
Yeah,
that's not fair.
Oh, yeah. He got the best percentage average ever all time, like 4.35 or some shit.
Mm-hmm. And wait a minute, and then he passed. That was an average of 4, and this year he set the NBA record as an average of 5 a game.
Wow. Man. That dude is just flat out amazing, man.
The number of 10+3 games he had this season would put him second to himself on the all-time list. Like he has 22 10+3 games. The next person himself. So this season alone puts him second to himself. The next person is Clay with 5. Everybody else on the list got 3.
I mean, with Clay down, Stephen got the mindset of he is his own competition, especially in that 3-point aspect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, ain't nobody
the worst thing you could have when Steph is if you want him, if he's mad or frustrated, you got a shot. When he out there having fun, when he out there and turning around and doing the show and doing all this.
Do you see him before the game even start? The shots he shoot warming up. Like if he having fun like that, it's just over with. You know,
he's from the chairs. He's like he's doing silly stuff.
I'm telling you.
The worst thing they did was when they had the 3-point contest and the game in the same night. I said, well, Steph gonna go nuts in the game because this was warm up.
Man,
this was shoot around.
Yeah.
Hey man. Wow. Hey y'all, this was an amazing show. Shout out to my boy Chris Storian for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
And adding a little flavor to it. What's up?
Y'all, we had our first Juneteenth. How was y'all Juneteenth?
That wasn't my first Juneteenth.
I
was most definitely with it.
Hey man,
it was good.
Hey, next year it's a federal holiday, man. Hey, if you get
before Father's Day every year, so it's official. We should. That's our weekend.
Whole barbecue weekend.
Hey man,
there you go.
Hey, shout out, man! If you guys want to know more about some of the things that went on about Juneteenth, go check out Just Talking to You, man. They talked about that yesterday. Just Talking to You, man. Hey, they talked about Juneteenth and all other fun things on that podcast as well. And just so happened, your man, the People's Champ, was on that podcast too.
And your man Chris Storian.
And my man Chris Storian was with
everybody mama favorite is on there. I'm everybody mama favorite. Just have him come through.
That's what he always tells me. Everybody mama favorite. He the reason why your mama make that peach cobbler. Hey man, great show, guys. Great show, man. We want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight, man. Hey, drop a comment. Let us know what you think, man. And that's what we do, man. We just have fun and we chop it up about sports, man. And you're not gonna meet no more better sports minds than the gurus on her, man, that know about sports, man. All right, guys, we finna sign out of here tonight, man. We'll see you Thursday, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time on the next live. No balls, no glory. Take care, guys.